Hey, good morning, you guys. Welcome to episode 46 of the First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast. How you doing this morning, brother?
Good. I'm good. I know it's been over a week, but that's the way it works, how we do our shows. But let's get into it. Well, should we start with the Chiefs game? What was your take on the Chiefs-Bengals game?
Unbelievable. A shock,
Okay.
a surprise.
Okay.
I mean, I know we talked about any one of these teams could step up,
Yes,
but
we
hey, in Arrowhead, impressive.
Now, let me ask you now, Kev, anyone who's been watching our show knows pretty much the Chiefs are your second team. Like we're all diehards, but we always have that team that we
Of
root
course.
for.
Especially when your own sucks all the time. You
Yeah.
got to have another one.
So, however long it takes, a minute, 5 minutes, give me, as this being somewhat of a fan of this team, your take on that 60 minutes of football. Because I have an interesting take as an outsider.
It was a tale of two halves.
Okay.
It was a tale of two halves.
Definitely.
You know, you thought in the first half, KC was going right to the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah. And
what changed in the second half? I don't know.
Okay.
Adjustments by Cincinnati.
Okay.
I don't know. Mistakes by Kansas City.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I saw a meme going around, something about 13 seconds. What it took 13 seconds for Mahomes to do the week before and it was so amazing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They said there was a clock and everything, and they showed the 13 seconds. That's how long it took him to throw the INT at the end.
Mm.
So, hey, man, that's football.
Yeah, no. I get it. I have. Here's my take. And I said on our show last week, I thought this might be the one game that was going to be a blowout. I'm not going to sit here now and tell you, Kevin.
And I agreed with you.
Yes, I did not take the Bengals in any of the weeks in the playoffs. Maybe I took them against the Raiders. I don't remember. I didn't take them to beat Tennessee. I definitely didn't take them to beat the Chiefs, you know? So I'm not going to sit here and wax poetic about them and act like, oh, that was the team I thought was getting here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But my take is, I always feel like there's one club out there that has another club's number. Like I remember with the Jets, whenever we played the Bart Jones Colts, and they were never that good, you know, to my memory. They always jabbed us and beat us. They always had our number. I always feel
we were that way with Miami for a while.
Yes. We had their number. Yes. There's always, and I feel like this Bengals team is that team. But that's just my take. Let's get back to the game. Let's reel me back in. I didn't like, I did, and I'm probably going to rant for a few minutes, and then you could cut in and stop me.
Go.
When Mahomes threw that third touchdown to go up 21-3, and I said, "Oh, this game's going to be a blowout." But then the cameras broke away, and they're all dancing in the end zone, Mahomes and everyone. And I get this is the new NFL. That's the way you do things. But I also felt like that actually woke the Bengals up. Like that said that they were like, all right, this is enough, you know?
Yeah.
We know what we need to do.
Enough of being a doormat here.
Yeah.
You know?
So then I thought, again, these are just my takes as an average guy watching the game. Even Andy Reid let that get to his head, like, we're the best team, we're the powerhouse, we can do whatever we want to this Bengal team. Yeah, they beat us a few weeks prior, but that was a fluke. That's not happening. I don't know if it's this friggin' analytics that is ruining the game or whatever, but when they were on that 4-yard line with how many seconds left, I would have went for the field goal. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Maybe this is why I'm not a coach. This is why I don't own any businesses, because I don't have that, maybe the heart of a champion. But that field goal would have made it 24-3, right? And maybe the Bengals do put their tail between their legs.
Yeah, right.
And then you get the ball. If you stop them on their next drive, you get the ball back, and now you're on fire. That's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes time for the playoffs, it's not over till that 60 minutes is over.
It's almost like they outsmarted themselves and gave
Yeah.
Cincy life.
Yeah. So they
there's one thing when you got a team down like that,
step on their throat.
Step on their throat, man. Don't give them anything to be happy about.
Points,
Nothing.
points. Maybe I'm old school. Points.
Mm-hmm.
So they do that little screen to Tyreek Hill. It gets stopped. And what happens? You almost felt the momentum shift, because then what happened? The Bengals went down the field, scored the touchdown, made it 21-10. The Chiefs got the ball back with how much time left, and the Bengals stopped them. Okay? Now, maybe if you're a Chiefs fan, you're saying, all right, big deal. They scored. We weren't going to shut them out. We're going to come out, and Mahomes is going to drive us down the field.
Right down the field and get it back. Yep.
That's what Chiefs fans are saying. But Bengals fans, and maybe people like myself, I looked to my better half and I said, honey, if the Bengals stop them on this first drive, and I'm not lying to you, Kevin, this is what my exact words, they're winning this game.
You could feel the momentum shifting. You could feel it.
Mahomes almost looked like an average quarterback. The Bengals made him look average in that second half. They held that team, I think, for the final 36 minutes of the game, 3 points. 3 points.
Which, with that offense, is incredible.
Yes. And you felt like Mahomes knew the Tyreek Hill play, that ending of the half, or right before the half, was such a bad call that he was trying to redeem himself, making these crazy throws into coverage, drop balls. He definitely wasn't himself. Yes, the Bengals changed their defense. Guys stayed in their lane, pressuring him, keeping him in the pocket. He had to do a little more scrambling, throwing the ball away. But what a difference in a game. And you have no one to blame.
Like I said, tale of two halves.
Yeah, definitely. And I just thought that the whole Chiefs team, when it was 21-3, got too cocky, and I would have put the points up, because again, you put the points up, you go up 24-3.
When you're in the playoffs, when you lose and you go home, it's about points.
Yeah.
Points.
And
the one with the most points at the end wins.
Exactly. And that was just my take on the game. Like, I thought the Chiefs shot themselves. Like, I thought they felt like after they beat.
Well, I mean, I know where they were coming from. They were looking to say, "Screw you." They were looking to put that.
No, yeah, of course, and like I said, that's why I'm not a coach or this. But when the playoffs, points are always a safe bet for me. Because at 24, it was 21-3. You go up 24-3. You officially made it a 3-score game.
Yes. Points.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then your defense comes out, and Joe Burrow takes them. The offense goes 97 yards, and your defense looks like Swiss cheese under what's his name? Their coordinator, Pagnola, Steve Pagnola, the ex-Giant.
Yes, Spags. Oh no, that's defense. Yeah, Spags.
Steve, I was saying that Chiefs defense is not that good. How is he a coach still?
Well, I mean, to their credit, they came on a little bit second half of the season.
Okay.
But
yeah, you're right. They did.
But I mean,
you want to talk about Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, as they're now calling him. Wow, having his way with that Chiefs defense in the second half.
I saw a picture of him in a fur coat. We're trying to say here.
Yep. Well, if he wins this Super Bowl, he's going to be the third Joe to win a college championship and a Super Bowl. The third Joe, along with Namath
Yeah,
and
Montana and Montana and Namath. Yep.
And let me tell you, Kev, I have DirecTV, as you know, and I get to watch all the games when I want, but I never really watched the Bengals when they played us and then these playoff games. Let me tell you, that's a quarterback.
Yeah.
He is even keeled 21-3. He didn't see ghost. He didn't worry. Wow. Now, let me ask you a question before we move on to the other game. Whether he wins this Super Bowl or not, and I understand this is his second year, but really it's only his first full year because I forgot what week he got injured last year.
Mm-hmm.
How much pressure does this put on a Zach Wilson, a Justin Fields, a Trey Lance, the kid from New England, and Trevor Lawrence?
Can you guys please do something?
Yeah.
Make your mark somehow?
Yeah. Because you can't say the Bengals are a powerhouse team because that offensive line gave up 9 sacks the week before,
Listen, if you can get good defensive play, good quarterback play,
yeah,
you always stand. You always got.
No, agree. And this is why. And I haven't really been following the Jets much since the playoffs, but I know they're coaching the college kids, and it's funny now. Everything out of Salah's mouth is defensive line.
Yep.
You wonder.
That's their number one draft priority is defensive line.
Yeah.
And then O-line, and then safety, and then wide receiver.
Isn't it funny? The kid on the Bengals who they signed this year in free agency, Hendrickson, I think his name is. Mm-hmm. He was vying between us and the Bengals. You think he's happy where he went? And then you got Carl Lawson, who couldn't wait to get out of Cincinnati, came to us.
Oh, right.
And his team is in the Super Bowl. So what's going through his head,
It's like, oh man, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah. Wow. Now, and that's my take on that. I just felt like the Chiefs got too cocky. They thought they were going to push this team around like they were a high school team. And
yeah, I mean, they almost would have been better off having a close first half.
Yeah.
They would have, keep your nose to the grindstone.
Yeah, exactly.
Mentality.
Exactly.
But I think we got up big. It was becoming a big party.
Yeah.
We're going to the Super Bowl. And it reminds me, you know what it reminded me of? An actual Super Bowl. Bengals and the 49ers.
Okay.
When Boomer was the quarterback of the Bengals.
Okay.
And all the TV cameras were all on the Bengals side because it looked like the Bengals were going to win. And they were all getting ready to interview Boomer and everything. Yeah. And then here comes Montana. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
49ers score, and all the press and media go like this and go to the other side of the.
I remember that well because I never thought, as great as Montana was, never thought he was going to lead. And think about it. Think about how calm and cool he was, looking in the stands, telling look who's there, John Candy, look who's, And this is what Joe Burrow is like.
I see similarity, absolutely.
Yeah, like Namath guarantees a Super Bowl win, 18-point underdog, goes out and does it. Montana, the drive, that at the time had to be the drive for the ages, when he takes the Bengals, when he takes the 49ers, what is it, 80 yards and wins the game. And then you see Joe Burrow, and he's cool as the other side, man. He's even keel. You never,
Yeah.
And my only worry, because we live in New York, where our media will crush Zach for even, winning a game. They look, if Joe Burrow wins this Super Bowl, good luck to all the teams who are picking quarterbacks in year 2. If they don't take that big step. But anyway, that's a story for another day. We'll touch on that as the season goes on. What was your
Mhm.
take in game 2, the Rams 49ers?
Oh, I was pulling for Marco and the
I
Niners.
know. I would have loved to
Yeah,
got Marco on today, maybe down the road, because I would like to hear his take
his
on
take on
this
the game.
game.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he wasn't happy.
Yep. But in your, again, you're a viewer like me. We're just watching, and they're not our teams. Is, in your mind, is Jimmy G the reason why they lost?
Mm, nah, it's a team game, man. You know, I don't think so.
Did the
I wouldn't mind
40?
him. I wouldn't mind him as my quarterback.
Yeah. Somebody's going to get him, right? Because he made this speech as if he was done. He's going to be traded. The
Yep,
writing's on the
yep,
wall.
yep. Maybe he'll go back to New England and he can
Yeah.
work under Gase.
Oh, yeesh. I can't believe that's really
How's
going
that?
to
How's
happen.
how's that? They're thinking about making Gase their offensive coordinator.
I can't believe that's really going to happen.
I don't
Again,
believe it for a second.
I would love to get Marco somewhere down the line, because I thought up until that fourth quarter, the 49ers were playing the perfect game. I believe going
Yes,
into the right,
yes.
going into the fourth quarter, we always thought everyone said, oh, the Rams have the better defense. They got pass rush, blah, blah, blah. It
Mm.
was 17-7, the 49ers, if I'm correct, going into that
Yes, it
fourth
was.
quarter. And either the 49ers thought they had it and laxed a little, or the Rams said, no. This is our field. Something's got to give.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
I again, I don't have a rooting interest. So someone with more intel on their teams are going to tell me more. 3 plays stick out to me in the 49er fourth quarter demise.
Okay.
How do you, what's his name? Is it Tart? I don't know how to pronounce the guy. The guy who dropped the ball. He had that perfect interception.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He dropped that ball.
Yes.
Okay. Now, dropsies happen. It's part of the game. What killed me is, like we say, quicksand. You know, one play turns into 2 bad plays.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, I believe it was the play next. OJ catches that ball. He's falling, and the guy hits helmet to helmet. So it's a 15-yard penalty on a 20-yard, 25-yard catch.
Mm-hmm.
And that just pumped the team up. They went down
Sure.
and scored.
Yeah.
And they never looked back. And then Jimmy made that last poor throw on 3rd and 20 where they intercepted it, and that was the final nail. So those are the 3 plays I look towards as the 49ers collapse.
Yeah.
But that whole fourth quarter was just poorly, in my mind, poorly executed by the 49ers, you know?
Yep. Hey, man, sometimes when you get on that big stage like that, you tend to go like that a little bit.
I don't know if Marco's ever going to talk to me again, because I posed a question to you and him. Is the ball going to drop? Can they beat him for the 7th time in 3 years? Like, is this, you know, and not only that, 3 times in one season,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
law of averages, as quoting you from last week, I believe you said that.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
So.
That's right.
But I don't know if that loss should run Jimmy G out of town, but it looks like it is. You know.
Well, you know, I mean, maybe it's time for the Trey Lance era. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. But again, we have to have someone on again. Did they see enough of Trey, even in practices, to say, all right, he's improving. He could run our team next year?
See, that's something Marco could tell us.
Yeah, I'll reach out to him.
Okay.
I'll reach out to him. But you know, those are my takes on the 2 games.
Yeah, mine too. I mean, so now we got Bengals, Rams, and who do you like?
Wow. I'm going to be honest with you, and Bengal fans might not want to hear this. I'm going to pull for the underdog. I'm going to pull for the Bengals. And maybe I'm the curse. I didn't pull for them all playoffs. Now I want to pull for them. Cincinnati fans are going to have my head. But
yeah, I'd like that. I mean, I'd like to, even though they beat my second team, I'd love to see the Cinderella story continue here and complete
Yeah,
it.
I want to see Lady Luck keep rolling, and maybe I want the
Plus,
Bengals.
you know what? I can't stand Beckham, so I don't want to see him get a Super
Okay,
Bowl.
okay. And maybe this is silly, and I like to see the Bengals win because I wanted to show all these teams, the Jets, the Jaguars, who else is out there? Chicago. It could be done. It could be done. Focus on what you have to do. Make it a priority. Quarterbacks learn film, watch film, study film. This could be done. This Bengal team, maybe I'm wrong. Again, I would love to have somebody on. Were they really a powerhouse? Like, did anyone back in August say the Bengals are a playoff team? The Bengals are a Super Bowl team? No,
Hey, if they thought that way, you think Lawson would have left?
no, exactly. Plus, Kevin, I don't know how many people killed the Bengals for taking Jamari Chase over Penny Sewell because they wanted an O-line so bad because they thought they were going to get. How did that turn
work out?
Yeah,
How'd that work
because
out?
they thought this Joe Burrow was going to get crushed without a good offensive line.
How'd that work out?
Jamar, with all everyone saying, "Oh, they need all O-line, and the Bengals did not listen and got Jamari Chase, and people crushed them for it. Shows you what these guys know. They know just
These
as much
talking
as
heads.
we do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which isn't very
no,
much.
No. Because Kevin, if I knew what I thought I know, some show should pick me up because I could do what they're doing. I'm no different from them.
Nope.
He knocked the Bengals. Joe Burrow's going to get killed. No O-line. Meanwhile, he got sacked 9 times by Tennessee and still
won the game.
Yeah. Which he's the second quarterback to ever get sacked that many times in a playoff game and win. So, please. It's how you coach players up once you have them.
Going back to the Bengal KC game, that second half where they shut them down like that, that's the adage of defense wins championships.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got to score more points than the other team.
No,
but
no, you're right. But in all this talk where the Bengals O-line played like crap against Tennessee, how many times did the Chiefs sack Burrow last week? I don't even know. I'll have to go back and look at the numbers.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Did they even stack them? Because I know the Bengals got to Mahomes 2 times.
Yeah, they got to him. Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to look over those. I'll have to look over those numbers, but anyway. I mean, we'll get into more of the Super Bowl next week. We're going to have a guest on next week as well. But so you asked me, and I said, "Oh, you said the Bengals as well." So we're both pulling for the Bengals anyway.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and a little bit of Jet news here. I see they're working on an extension for Fant.
Okay, I didn't know that. Wow, great.
Yep, that's what I heard.
Any news on Berrios? Because I heard that hit a snag.
Supposedly they were in talks, but that's the last I heard. And I mean, again, talking about the draft, I saw them list their priorities: defensive line, offensive line, safety, wide receiver.
Yeah.
Hey, I know. At least it's not quarterback for 1 year, right?
Knock on wood.
I know that as far as we know.
Yeah. I know they like the tight end out of Ohio. He's a local kid. Grew up a Jet fan. But a lot of people think they'll go tight end in free agency. So we'll see. Mm-hmm. It's gonna start to heat up.
And our tight ends weren't horrible.
When you see what Kittles does and what Kelsey does,
I mean,
and even now what the kid on the Falcons does. What's his name? I can't think of the tight end, the big tight end.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yes.
When you see what these guys do, and then you look at our tight ends, I'm like, it's
been a long time since Mickey Schuler, right?
Yeah, and Jerome Barkham,
Jerome
it's funny how
Barkham.
the game goes in waves. Like when we were growing up, Mickey Shula, Jerome, they were a big part of that offense,
Sure, man.
And then
Yeah.
the tight ends faded for a while, and now they're coming back, and they're faster, and they're stronger, and they're big guys.
Schuler was a beast.
Yeah,
He really was.
Yeah, Shula might have been the last great Jet tight end. Hopefully that changes this year. We bring someone in, whether it's a rookie or a free agent. But
we thought it was going to be Johnny Mitchell. Remember that?
Yeah. And how bad was Kyle Brady? Eek. The hell was that?
With the first pick.
Yeah. Warren Sapp sitting there.
In the NFL draft.
Yeah. Warren Sapp sitting there, and we
go
Kyle
the New York
Brady.
Jets select Kyle Brady.
Yeah. Again, not to harp on this. We've talked about this, and they also had a chance at Munoz, and they passed up on him. But I can't remember who they took that draft.
With the first pick in the NFL draft, the New York Jets select Blair Thomas.
Yeah, man. Anyway, Kev, that's it for me for today. Next week it'll be Super Bowl Sunday, episode 47.
Yeah, and it'll be a wrap on the season.
Yep.
And start the off season.
Yeah, wrap on the season, but let's let everyone know we're not going anywhere. Hit the like button, subscribe, give us a heads up.
That's right. Hell yeah. There's always something to come on and BS with you about. So
yeah, definitely.
All right.
Let us know what you want us to talk about. You have any topics you want us to discuss?
Hell yeah.
Let us know in the comment section.
You want to be a guest? Put it in the comment section. Come on.
Yeah. Like we said, it's just two guys. Really, it's two guys talking pizza and beer. Come on. Just come on.
That's right.
Say what you want.
That's right. Come on. Get on the bus.
Yeah. All right, my brother. Another good one.
Yeah, you have a good one. You guys have a good one. Stay warm out there. Hey, got cold here in Jersey. Yeah. At least the sun's out, though, right?
Yeah, no. Here too. But again, this is a Jet show, but I don't want to talk about the weather. But I woke up to 51 degrees yesterday and came home to 34 degrees. What a drop in a 10-hour window.
Difference,
anyway,
right?
we won't bore everyone with that. Anyway.
Got to get a map back here so we can give the weather. All right, you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you next week. All right, get ready for Super Bowl. Here it comes. All right, have a good day, brother.
You too.
Talk to you later. And jet up. Have a good one.